Hi everyone, this tutorial is for the Oma Goodness top. Basically it's helping you with joining your squares, breaking it down into rows. Unfortunately this joining method doesn't lend itself to continuous joining, but we can at least break it down to avoid lots and lots of ends to weave in, because there already is quite a few. So follow along, and you'll need the written pattern as well, as there's more detail on that, and starting off with working out how many squares and half squares you need. So here's the basic layout for you. This is a size medium from memory, and where you start to follow the joining in rows pattern. The rest of the pattern will help you with that. Once you've done that section, you can move on to the back section. So then starting from where that arrow is, and you can actually follow these white lines here all the way up to the neck hole using the same method. You'll start here. This is where you attach your yarn and work up and down as per pattern. In the corners you'll have your chain 3 as normal, up, down. Here it's simply a single crochet, a chain 1, and straight into a single crochet here. Up, down as normal, single crochet, chain 1. So starting with your first half square for row 1, my yarn's already attached. Chain 1 and single crochet into the same spot, which is the first stitch. And you chain 3, and then you want to skip 2 stitches and single crochet into the next stitch. You then chain 3 again, skip 2 stitches and single crochet into the next stitch. So you want to do that 5 times altogether, so you'll have 5 loops of chain 3 up the sides of each square. This is without joining, and your last loop will land in your corner space, which is your corner chain 2 space from the previous row. So that's a single crochet into that corner. You're then going to chain 3 and single crochet back into the same spot. That's what you do in your corners if you are not joining. Then you want to chain 3, skip 2 stitches, single crochet, and repeat that all the way down so that you have 5 chain 3 loops. Four, and last 1, 2, 3 chains, skip 2 stitches, and you want to work your last single crochet into the very end stitch. And then we're going to join this one to the next one, so we keep moving along without fastening off. So you then simply chain 1, and then you want to single crochet into the bottom stitch here, the corner stitch of the next half square. Just when you chain 1 for that jump there, just make sure it's not too tight. Keep it nice and keep your tension loose for that one. And now I'm chaining 3 and skip 2 stitches and single crochet into the next. Chain 3, skip your 2 and single crochet into the next, and repeating that 5 times all together, and then you're just repeating what you did in the last square, half square, and then you repeat the join, and that is your row 1 of joining. You then fasten off when you reach the last corner. Lastly, I'll just go through single crochet into the corner here, chain 3, remembering to work another single crochet to form that joining loop, which you'll use later on. And there's row 1 all joined up, ends woven in even, and this is where I'm starting for row 2. That's your starting, attach your yarn there, and then work around the 2 sides. I've switched hooks there, sorry about that. Just the 2 sides in the same way as you did with your half squares, and then you're ready to begin joining. You can see as well as possible. So just to finish this corner, this is a normal corner without joining, so it's 3. I've done 1, 2, 3, and then a single crochet back into the corner, and this is where I begin joining. So just to do that, I'll move it slightly, chain 1, and then we're going to slip stitch into the first chain space down the side into there, yarn over and pull through, then chain 1, and then skip 2 stitches and single crochet, chain 1 again. Now find your second chain space down the side and insert your hook into that, yarn over and pull through all loops on the hook, then chain 1, skip 2 stitches, single crochet, then you're just repeating, so it's a chain 1, then it's a slip stitch into the next side chain space, yarn over, pull through all, then it's chain 1, and that equals your 3 slip stitches, by the way. So you chain 1, slip stitch, then chain 1, that equals 3. So single crochet, chain 1, insert into the next one, and then I'm just remembering how many I've got. 2 to go, single, chain 1, slip stitch through, just to give you an idea of how that's looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just realised I've got 6 down here, which is not what I'm meant to have. So I'll just have to, to show you, I'll make 6 here, but I've obviously overstretched myself to make 6. The last one, you've chained 1 after you've slip stitched and then land in the corner here, single crochet in the corner, you then chain 1 and then you slip stitch. I'll just show you Then we're going to slip stitch into the chain 1 space. So just not this, it's not really a space. I'm actually going to, you could go over it, but I'm going to go into the actual stitch to give it a good anchoring. So here's the chain 1. Just going to slip in there, slip stitch that, chain 1 again, and single crochet back into the same corner. I need to change my yarn, or sorry, ball of yarn here. So I'm just going to leave it there, and that's the start of your first joining round. And so you're following the white arrows as in the pictures here, and then you're looping together as you go. I'll do a couple more. If you do run out of yarn, it's very simple. Probably best to finish on a single, not on a chain. So I'm going to drop back just to work my last single again. And I'm going to pull through 2 with the new yarn. So that's completing my single. And just hold the yarn at the back, chain 1, and now we're working up this side. So here's your first chain space. So insert, yarn over, pull through all, there's your slip stitch, chain 1, and then you're going to work your first single crochet up the side, chain 1 into our next space, insert, yarn over, pull through all, chain 1, and continue up side, chain 1. Hopefully this time I've got the correct amount, the 5 chain spaces. Yes, I think I do. Insert, slip stitch through, chain 1, this should be second last. This is where my corner is, and I'm going to double check that I have the correct amount. Yes. Slip stitch in here, the last one, chain 1, and into the corner. So straight into the corner we work a single crochet, and this is the corner you started with. So there's your starting slip stitch, and you're just working another one here. We are then going to completely skip the corner space here. All right, so we're ignoring the join here, and we're going to, and this is purely for this this joining method. Normally we would be working 3 chains here and may or may not be joining in, but we're going to skip it. So chain 1, and we're going to grab the next, which if I pop back up here, my next adjacent one is this one. So grab him and chain 1 into the corner here. Sorry, not chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and then we work straight into the joining. So we're skipping this corner and we work into the chain space of the first group there, down the side, chain 1, And